Hey everyone, Sponge here. A common question for newcomers is how to get into the T&I business. Should I get a master's degree in translation and interpreting? And should I get CATTIvs certificates? Should I work for a translation agency? And should I take translating or interpreting gigs while at college? And today, we're going to talk about what kind of credentials that would help start your career as a translator and interpreter. And the most efficient and effective one is to graduate from a top institute in this business, such as BFSU, CSU, CFAU, MIS, BOSS, Newcastle, Leeds, etc. And the biggest pro is not the excellent teaching quality, but the circle of influence, resources, and opportunities they provide. Alumni from those universities form most of the translators and interpreters in the freelance market, and big brands like Apple, McKinsey, Huawei, Ford, and Disneyland, and high-end tasks rarely fall in the hands of an outsider. For example, I was looking for a partner for a consecutive interpreting task for a founder management company. I asked a friend of mine from Bath, but she would not be available, and so referred the task to a Bath alumni group. Problem solved. And this happens all the time because whenever you have a task you are unable to deliver, you refer it to other capable alumni. It is not cheating, it's the science of how information spreads. And I did research on which foreign universities freelance interpreters graduate from. As is demonstrated in the pie, out of the 283 interpreters I searched, 198 or 70% are from these four universities: Newcastle, Bath, Leeds, and Westminster. And others come from great institutes too, like Manchester, Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, Macquarie, LSE, and Cambridge. And for the record, this research is based on only one freelancing interpreter's WeChat group of fewer than 300 people, which is a small sample size. Also, a common practice is that all T&I institutes have their own community. And this explains why what you just saw was not the whole picture of the T&I business in Shanghai, and certainly not in China. But hopefully this could shed some light on it. If you want to be an interpreter, a good T&I institute or non-T&I institutes with big names are preferred. At the end of the day, in-house T&I as recruitment is nothing different from other positions for a company, so schools do have their places. And having said that, excellent institutes are not the only way. There are many interpreters who never started interpreting at school, and you could definitely master skills and languages just as proficiently as T&I graduates. But the problem is, how do clients who don't know you know what you can do? The lucky part is that T&I runs no differently than all the businesses in the world. Value creation in this business is your translating and interpreting quality, marketing, how many people know what you can do, and sales, among those who know what you can do, how many could be convinced to buy your products or services. And value delivery, how do you communicate and do everything in the process well to ensure that every paying customer is a happy customer. And finally, finance. You don't lose money on the job, or at least not all your gigs. In my opinion, institutes contribute more to the marketing and sales sides thanks to the endorsement. So, compared to the T&I graduates, you have to work harder on those two aspects to acquire your clients and earn their trust. That's why a qualification has its place. A CATTIvs Level 3 or Level 2 is a great start, then try everything to expose yourself. Let people, companies, agencies know what you can do, and contact potential clients you know to add value at a lower price or even for free if necessary. The first paying interpreter job I got before the graduate days was for Airbus, the main rival of Boeing. How did I do that? I have a friend who I played badminton with. He knows what I could do and answer English questions of his sons. For free, of course. Then one day, he told me his boss needed an interpreter for the Airbus and the local government and wanted to know if I would be available. I took the job, delivered what they expected, everyone was happy, the rest was history. But make no mistake, a CATTIvs Level 2 or even Level 1 serves you at best by giving you a ticket to interviews, nothing more. Let's see some examples. This is an extract of the translation that one of my employers' JV uses when hiring, a stand-up post rating. I was a selector, and these are the corresponding translations of 3 candidates, all from good universities and top-tier T&I institutes. But the quality varies hugely among them. So the first sentence is, our ratings are supported by the company's very strong business risk profile, BRP, and financial risk profile, FRP. And this means Standard & Poor's believes the company has earned certain ratings because it has achieved a decent BRP and FRP. So the Chinese translation should be something like, 我们的评级是基于该公司优异的业务风险和财务风险状况。But the word supported had the best of a candidate will translate as 我们的评级得到了什么什么什么的支持。Which is a huge mistranslation. Another thing is that we have a very tight time limit for the candidates to finish the work. So we could see the language proficiencies like whether they make rudimentary grammatical mistakes under pressure, or we give them moderately technical tests for interpreting to see how they would deal with them under pressure and how they would perform when hearing something they don't quite understand, because this happens to all of us. If you haven't experienced it, there is a good chance that you haven't done enough interpreting tasks. So some candidates did a great job, and while some could be as bad as translating a whole paragraph wrong, and inevitably, I propose not to hire the candidate. In a nutshell, a degree or certificate doesn't naturally translate to a job. Clients or companies will have you further tested. Translation, site, CI, SI in the second round of the interview, and further rounds to come are what set you apart from your contenders. But there is an exception to every rule. For example, if you have graduated for years and want to start a new profession, time and finance are two factors. Being a full-time student for 2 or even 3 years is huge for people who have graduated, worked, married, and had children. And this not only means 2 years of no income, but also a potentially lower income than your previous job after your graduation, if you come from industries with decent payments. By contrast, doctors good at English could grow to a qualified interpreter relatively quickly with good training. But these situations are not for fresh graduates. That's a discussion for another day. So back to the question, MTI, CATTI, TLI experience, which one should I get? All of them. You know in your heart, if you truly love something, give it your all. Not doing one thing right and hoping the rest will work themselves out. Every bit of hard work gets you closer to your goal. So improve language proficiencies, master skills, earn that in turn, get a certificate along the way, and market yourself properly to let clients and translation agencies know what you can do. And don't be upset if you get turned down. I get turned down all the time. I have talked with friends from Newcastle, Bath, Mays, BFACU, and CSU. We all used to have depression and the delusion that we would never be a proper translator and interpreter. It is part and parcel of this journey, and there is no escape from that. So keep working hard and trusting serendipity. You will have what you want in the most unexpected way. Okay, thanks for watching. Please press and hold like and see the magic. If you have questions, leave it in the comment and I will see you in next video.